Let's jump in the Wayback Machine and check out a figure from earlier in the second wave of the vintage collection. Let's get into this. All right, welcome back to Paul's Collectibles. It's good to have you. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about a vintage collection 3 3/4 inch action figure that's a little older than the ones I normally talk about on this channel. It's going to be the Dr. Aphra figure. Now, she came out a while ago and is earlier in the line of the vintage collection 2.0 is what they're calling it after they restarted the line, and I missed her. And quite frankly, I'm not a completionist, so there's a lot of figures in the vintage collection that I don't actually have. But every now and then I'll get on Amazon and Walmart and things like that and just idly search for what they have in stock, and if it's at a decent price and it's a figure that I don't have, I'll pick them up. I've seen this one around before, and she's fairly expensive depending on when and where you look, but they must have gotten some new stock in because I found her on Amazon for only $20. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know a whole lot about this character. Apparently, she is a feature in some of the comic books. I think she had her own comic book, and she was also featured in the Darth Vader comic books. And at one point, she was featured in her own 3-pack that comes with these really sadistic droids that travel around with her, I guess, and help her out. Like I said, I don't know much about her. I've never actually seen her anywhere but in figure form. I just have heard or maybe read a little bit in places. But she looks like kind of like a female Han Solo, and she dresses a lot like him as well, but as I understand it, with a lot less scruples. So with that, let's get her out of the box, see how Amazon did, because they're like Walmart. They tend to just demolish stuff, but as you saw, at least it came in a box. And get her in front of some lights and take a look at her and see what I'll be adding to my 3 3/4 inch action figure collection today. Holy crap, are you seeing this? There's 2 figure-sized boxes inside of the actual box. That's packaged better than most of the online collectibles retailers send them to me. Let's keep going on this and see just how good it gets. Okay, there they both are out of the box, and I just have to take a moment and say, wow, did you see the packaging that Amazon sent it in? A larger box with 2 other boxes inside. It had that little thing on it that said, don't break these up, they're a pair. I'm absolutely blown away. Amazon never packs stuff like that. Maybe they're actually listening to us and they're starting to get worried about what we think about their packaging. But regardless, they came in excellent shape. Just slight bend to the top of the cards here, but I get that from Entertainment Earth and some of the other places as well, so I'm not even worried about it. But let's take a look at this card back. The standard Star Wars logo. Frankly, that's my favorite with the old school Luke and Leia right up there. Orange name pill, Dr. Aphra, and orange backing. And that card is stunning. I know this is obviously an artist's rendering because she's a fictional character that's never been seen in live action as I understand it. But I love that pose. She's got her fingers on her goggles like she's about to pull them down. Gun ready to go down here. She has those same Han Solo pants, like with the Corellian death stripe or whatever that's called on the side, and she wears a vest with a white shirt underneath. So wow, she does look a lot like Han Solo, to be honest with you. But like I said, and apparently similar type of character, but with a lot less scruples. And you can see she's in some sort of ship or maybe like a manufacturing facility or something. But my favorite, if you look back here, you can see those 2 droids that she travels with all the time back there. I think one of them is called BT-1, the little droid, and then I think the sadistic 3PO-like droid is called, like, is it 000 or something like that maybe? I think so. I may be mixing him up with the one in The Mandalorian. But wow, just a great card. You can't complain about that. Let's get a good look at that figure. So there's her cap and face sculpt. The cap they did a really good job on. I like that the goggles are even painted like the silverish color. And I will tell you, this I think is the pre-photo real technology. I might be wrong. It looks like it is though. But it's not a bad sculpt, actually. They did a good job on her lips, but if you look closely at it, it looks like her nose is a little smashed compared to the rendering on the card there, and her eyes are spread a little far apart, making her look like she has slightly more like a flat face as opposed to the character that's in the picture. And with a lot of these Caucasian type characters, they're just not adding enough color to the skin. She looks a little pale, and I think they could have improved that a little bit. But I mean, overall, it's still a good looking sculpt, just not very accurate to the one we see in the picture on the card here. And then we get on down to her shirt, which is very well done. I like that there's some wrinkles in it. You can see just a little bit of relief colors. The vest is done so well also. Her belt, I mean, wow, once again at this size, that's just amazing that they're able to put just a little bit of metal on the buckles, just like it shows in the picture. And the belt looks like it has a real holster to hold that real gun, which also looks like a DL-44 like Han Solo carries. I think we got a little Han Solo groupie here going on. Get down to her pants. They did a good job on those. They're the plainish color, but at least they put like the good wrinkling. And once again, the boots with the brown stylings on top, excellent work. And then she has the gloves with the red on top there, and you can see, and then on the side you can just barely see it in the card, but she does have the blood stripes, or whatever those called, the Corellian stripe going down the exterior of her pants. So overall, they did a good job on this. Now I'd like to point something out. This character comes out just about the time where we're being told that Hasbro is trying to cut down on its plastic packaging, and so they may get rid of the bubbles on these vintage collection characters. So I want to show you something. Look at this. Look how much space is between the figure and the card back. That is just extra bubble right in here. Now, if they wanted to keep us around and reduce the bubble or plastic that they're using, they could really cut out, wow, almost like an inch of this bubble and put her further back, almost right up against the card. Now, I know that they probably do that. They just use a standard bubble, and some of the characters have backpacks and stuff, so they're thicker, so they're just using that. But if they wanted to put a little bit of effort into it, that's one way that they could get rid of a lot of the plastic. And as I mentioned earlier, because she's an older character, this isn't actually a repackage. It took me forever to get it. She's VC 129. But there you have it, just a quick look at the Dr. Aphra character from the comics that I found on Amazon and decided to pick up because I didn't have her already. And if you're one of my channel members, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate the support. If you're a subscriber, thank you as well. And if you're neither, maybe consider doing one of those for me. But with that, I'll see you on the next video.